The scene that we're shooting today is where Andy's in the pit with a guy who's a walker. His name is Winslow, and he's one of the scariest monsters I've ever seen.
What I'm wearing underneath the costume is a cool suit. Clips into a hose that's hooked up to a tank.
We put ice cold water in there, we hit the switch, and cold water starts circulating through his system.
Which helps keep me, semi-comfortable in this crazy costume.
It's just fun to see how much work actually goes into this show. And these are the guys that make a lot of those walkers happen. And to see Gino getting a chance to be in the costume is so much fun for everybody, I think, because we love Gino, we love the crew, and what they're doing in there is just awesome.
It's gonna all be about performance. It's a big stunt sequence. Generally, I like to use guys in the makeup effects crew to play walkers because they have a very acute understanding of how to make the gag play. He didn't volunteer. I sort of volunteered him without him knowing about it.
I tried to get back there.
I know, he's trying to get back at me.
Inspiration for this was we're building some heaps where people live underneath them. As usual, I have this mighty, mighty crew, and we got it together. And strangely enough, when the sun's on it at times, and people are coming up to me and saying, you know what, this actually looks kind of beautiful. I go, yeah, in a way it does, because I mean, there's no smelly rubbish here or anything like that. It's all clean.
It's not from the comic, it's completely from Scott's imagination, and I thought that the new guys that play this weird community were brilliant.
All of us, here since the change, we don't bother.
The helmet itself was a little bit tricky because there were a lot of various size spikes.
It only gets stuck halfway?
It's just a puncher.
In terms of visual effects, most of it played out practically, and then we get into where VFX comes into play. We removed one of the spikes to give a little opening for Rick's hand, and he'll slam his hand through the spike. Essentially, we'll do a CG spike that'll rip through his hand, and we'll do a little CG wound and a bunch of blood.
He's amazing. He's tireless, and his energy is like endless. And so his ability to fully commit into these sort of situations and find the joy in the pain and the struggle of the story is deeply inspiring. So, it's always awesome to watch him work.
What we did, we took a portion of the construction there and actually lift that up.
Action!
There was a lot of art direction and a lot of design that went into this character. And it's unlike anything that we've done before.
Gino was the real star of that day. It's an incredible effort.